All right, we got NFY.
Yeah. What's your definition of success? I don't trust the thoughts that come inside my head. I don't trust this thing that beats inside my chest. Who I am and who I wanna be cannot connect. Why? Don't think I deserve it, you get no respect. I just made a couple mils, still not impressed. Let you down goes triple platinum, yeah, okay, I guess. Smile for a moment, then these questions starting to fill my head, not again. I push away the people that I love the most. Why? I don't want no one to know I'm vulnerable. Why? That makes me feel weak and so uncomfortable. Why? Stop asking me questions, I just wanna feel alive until I die. This isn't ace flow, just let me rhyme. I'm in disguise. I'm a busy person, got no time for lies. One of a kind, they don't see it, I pull out their eyes. I'm on the rise. I've been doing this for most my life with no advice. Take my chances, I just roll the dice. Do what I like. As a kid, I was afraid of highs. Put that aside, now I'm here and they look so surprised. Well, so am I. Whoa! They don't invite me to the parties, but I still arrive. Kick down the door and then I go inside.
Yo, that line, I just want to feel alive until I die. Like, how ironic is that? I love that line so much.
Yeah, and even like saying that, like I don't trust the thoughts inside my head.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
and
home.
yeah, it definitely does. Because I think that battle between you and your mind is a battle that all of us face.
Every day, yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly can see why a lot of people gravitate toward NF. I think what he speaks on is probably the realest shit
Yeah.
that any artist can really touch on consistently.
Yeah.
Not just from like one song, but like a whole album dedicated to like things that go on in his head. And it just so happens that a lot of people feel the same way.
Yeah. And it's one thing that's one album, but it's album after album. And like it just doesn't get old. Like his shit is just so, it really is like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Like truly. And it's funny how like I hear a lot of stories, I see a lot of comments where people find NF at the perfect time, like really when they need to find him. And then when you like stumble across his music, you're like, oh shit, like I can relate to this. This is good, you know.
What was that song for you?
For me, there was a couple. So I like the song My Life. If I remember the title right, yeah, it was like My Life. And I Missed the Days. I love his whole album, honestly, but like, so it's hard for me to even select a handful. But like, I Miss the Days, Change, Hate Myself, especially from this album. This album, straight heat. But yeah, let's get back to this.
Put that aside, now I'm here and they look so surprised. Well, so am I. Whoa! They don't invite me to the parties, but I still arrive. Kick down the door and then I go inside. Give off that I do not belong here vibe. Then take the keys right off the counter and let's go for a ride. Why do y'all look mortified? I keep to myself, they think I'm sorta shy. Organized, Let You Down's the only song you've heard of, well then you're behind. Story time, wish that I could think like Big Sean does, but I just can't decide if I should stick my knife inside a Pennywise. I don't care what anybody.
Stick my knife inside a Pennywise, the clown from It.
Yeah. Yo, that part when he talks about how like he doesn't get invited to these parties, but he still shows up anyway. I can't help but think about him using that as an analogy to like the music industry and how he keeps getting shut out, but he still pushes out his content.
Yeah.
And then he's like, let's just go for a ride.
Yeah.
I love that attitude that he brings.
No, his shit is like, and I say this shit all the time and I can't stop saying it. Like he just doesn't need gimmicks. He doesn't need the shit that a lot of artists need to get recognition. Like his lyrics it truly is enough. Like that's all like me personally, like all I need from NF is lyrics. That's it. I don't care for music videos. I don't care for cars. I don't care for video vixens. So I like an artist that can give you that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need anything other than the lyrical ability and the message. Overall, the message is, in my opinion, the thing that draws me to NF is his message, is what he's trying to say. So it's almost like, yo, I can relate to that. I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Song you've heard of, well then you're behind. Story time. Wish that I could think like Big Sean does, but I just can't decide if I should stick my knife inside a Pennywise. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Lies. I do not need nobody to help me. Lies. I kinda feel guilty cause I'm wealthy. Why? I don't understand. It's got me questioning like why. Just tell me why. Not back to this flow inside. I feel divided. Back when I ain't had a dime, but had to drive. Back before I ever signed. I question live, like who am I, man? Woo! Nothing to me's ever good enough. I could be working for 24 hours a day and think I never did enough. My life is a movie, but there ain't no telling what you gonna see in my cinema. I wanna be great, but I get in the way of myself and I think about everything that I can never be. Why do I do it though? Hey!
Yo.
I think about everything I could not be. He comes off as like kind of like a composer, because the way that he like presents his music, he also presents it as a narrator too. Now back to this flow.
Yeah. And even just, what was that line he said? God damn.
You can go back.
I lost my train of thought, but let's get back to this.
For 24 hours a day and think I never did enough.
That was the line. So like, to work for 24 hours a day and feel like you still didn't do enough. Like, I know that feeling so well, where no matter how much you do something, you just feel like it's not enough because you're reaching for something. And then once you reach that, you think you're going to get that sense of accomplishment, and you might have it for a minute or two. And then you realize like, you're just back to square one, back to chasing something else.
It makes me wonder like where he got that way of thinking from.
Yeah.
I always think about like it's got to be tied to his childhood.
I think it's like just trying to fill that void. I think everyone has a void they try to fill. So, you know, in his case, like music fills that void, and maybe his goals, he would think would fill that void. You know, you get the money, you get the record deals, and then you realize like all that is nice, but like the void's still there. But he's aware of that.
Nothing to me's ever good enough. I could be working for 24 hours a day and think I never did enough. My life is a movie, but there ain't no telling what you gonna see in my cinema. I wanna be great, but I get in the way of myself and I think about everything that I can never be. Why do I do it though? Hey, yeah. Why you always looking aggravated? Not a choice, you know I had to make it. When they talk about the greatest, they gon' probably never put us in a conversation. Like something, then I gotta take it. Write something, then I might erase it. I love it, then I really hate it. What's the problem, Nathan? I don't know. I know I like to preach to always be yourself, but my emotions make me feel like I am someone else. Me and pride have made a pact that we don't need no help, which feels like I'm at war inside myself, but I forgot the shells. I hold my issues up for all to see like show and tell. A lot of people know me, but not a lot know me well. Hold my issues up for all to see like show and tell. A lot of people know me, but they don't know me well.
Yo, I love this video so much, and just like the way I interpret what he's trying to say, it's almost as if like based on his emotions, he can be an entirely different person. And I also think that's why like from time to time you'll see him with kind of like the Joker makeup, where like he's so emotionally intelligent, but you can be emotionally intelligent, but not still be able to control your emotions. There's a difference. You know, controlling your emotions is a whole nother conversation. Like I can be aware of a lot of things, but like being able to control those things is very fucking difficult. So I think like he really paints a really good picture with his message of like why, and you know, why does he feel like this? Why does he feel like his emotions make him a different person, you know? And obviously you have the black balloons, which represents his problems, his burdens that he just brings everywhere. Like I don't think I've ever seen a video without these fucking black balloons and his shopping carts, like the infamous shopping cart.
I actually love it so much. I love that he brings it along with his music videos. It's like a friendly reminder that like we all have our shit.
Yeah, like super symbolic. He's always on a swing. You notice like he's on a swing a lot. You know, like the shopping cart and balloons is like if that was, what's that shit called from Inception? Like your totem? Yeah, like that would be like his totem, like his symbol. Like the shopping cart and black balloons. Like anytime I see black balloons and an empty shopping cart, like I think of this. Yeah,
I really like what he talks about in this music video. It's probably one of my favorites just because like every line that he talked about, like I could truly relate to that.
Yeah.
Like especially that line about like I just want to feel alive until I die. Like I think all of us have felt that deep feeling of like just trying to figure out what the fuck is the meaning of life.
Yeah, like really trying to find purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we're just all dead inside.
And I think that's why it's such a good title, like why. Because you can say why to a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, that's often the questions, like why.
Yeah.
Like I know for me, like everything is why. Like there has to be a purpose for shit because otherwise like you're just doing things blindly.